What's going on YouTube? Jamie the Kid 00 here, and welcome back to Tournament Diary 30 something. I think it's 33 or something. I haven't made a Tournament Diary in about 3 weeks for a variety of reasons. The first reason was, in order, that we had the Abyss Rising sneak peek, and then I had a regionals, and then I had an absolutely abysmal locals with prophecies, so I didn't want to do a Tournament Diary of that. And it was at that locals where I decided I am not really, because of the caliber of locals, everyone plays OTK, SAC, Factor decks, so I really don't enjoy playing fun decks at that locals anymore. So I've ended up having to go back to competitive. I've played my wind-up deck again with some subtle changes, so if you guys don't want to see a wind-up deck, feel free to turn off. For those of you who want to see a fun deck, I'm going to be playing X-Sabers tomorrow, and I will have dual videos of that, but for now, you will be seeing dual videos of wind-ups and this Tournament Diary of wind-ups for a little while. And then you'll probably have X-Sabers maybe Thursday, Friday time. So don't worry, all is not lost. Anyway, I'm going to get into the wind-up list of what I played, and I'll talk about the matchups at the end, because I actually remember these matchups, I think. Either way, let's get into the list. It is very similar to my regionals list. I'm just going to make sure that I'm putting everything correctly in shot. Alright, to start off the lineup, I played Triple Rabbit, because Triple Rabbit is amazing. Put in so much work today. I liked it. I found myself siding out the third. It's probably because the third was super, though. I don't like my super one. Then I played the Triple Shark. I drew into this, like, alone so much. I should also note that I only opened the Shark Magician combo once the whole event. So, I didn't really sack people for the win. Although, James will say I did, because I did Shock Lock him. He was the only person I opened this on, game 1. So, it wasn't nice. I felt like a dick doing it. Then I played, of course, the Double Magician. And then, finally, of course, the Triple Rat, which I drew far too much as the first wind-up ever. So I just draw this and go, oh, you're so useful. Set. Such a bad draw through the event. But that is literally all the wind-ups played in the main deck. Basically, standard wind-up deck. Then I played the Double Tour Guide Zangan. I topped into this so often when I needed it. Like, literally drawing into that tour guide was so useful. So, no other comments on that. Double Thunder King. This was really useful. Siding it out, I sided out every game too where I was going second. It was so useful when I drew into it, so useful against various different decks. I played against Hunters, and I played against 2 wind-up players, and these were so good against the wind-up players. And against Hunters, this was so good because it meant no Xyz or no Synchro plays and no searching with Seahorse. So they were interesting, and I still played the Double Reaper. I still sided the Snowman, so I didn't really miss the Snowman. The Reaper's put in a lot of work. I got a lot of discards with this card, so Reaper was good fun, good fun. So Double Reaper, Double Thunder King, and that rounds off the monster lineup. I still don't play Gauze, and I still don't play Hand Traps. Then for the spells, played the Reborn, the Dark Hole, the Storm, the Book, and the Avarice. I only drew the Avarice dead once this event, which was actually quite nice, because I normally draw it dead quite a lot. So yay, not dead Avarice. Then I played the Double Space Typhoon. I still don't like 3 in this deck, at least. And I never really needed 3. I sided into 3 occasionally, but didn't really need 3. And then I played the Triple Factory, which was amazing in the mirror. So, Factory putting in work. For the trap lineup, of course, I played the Compulse. The Triple Fiendish, which was still quite good, was interesting in certain matchups. I might cut one down and put in another Compulse. I'm still not sure how I feel about it. I played the Double Mirror Force. I didn't draw into this nearly as much as I would have liked, but when I did draw into it, it was pretty devastating. I really enjoyed using it. I'll probably play it tomorrow in X-Sabers just for the Trollsy factor. So, I definitely really enjoyed playing it. It was really surprising. A lot of people didn't read it, so good card was good. Then I played Double Bottomless, because Bottomless is Bottomless and it's good. Double Torrential, these put in a lot of work today, noticeably. I drew into Double Torrential quite a lot, so I knew that I could just insta-set one, and know that I had a contingency for later on if the first one was MSD'd. Then I played the Double Warning and the Solemn, of course. Fairly standard list, and I mean, there isn't really that much for me to talk about, because this is the standard list that you guys have seen me play, and you guys probably hate me for doing another wind-up video, so that's why I'm going to make up for it by doing it X-Sabers tomorrow. I promise. Then for the extra deck, I played 1 Zen Mighty, 1 Zen Mains, 1 Leviathan Dragon, one Leviair. This put in a lot of work today. I don't normally summon Leviair that much, but it was good. Giga Brilliant, Tempo, again a really good card today. Papa Imperative, I only made this like once, because I only OTK'd once. I literally only OTK'd once today. Abyss Dweller, for the first time ever, I didn't actually make it. I normally make this card loads, but I never made it. It's really good, but I never made it. One Mace Stroke. I used him once, I think. Utopia, used it a lot. Zenmeister, never saw any play today, sadly. Shockmaster, you know it. Shocklock. Tyrus, I make this all the time in testing, but I only made it once over the event. So, I don't know what happened there. Adrius, I only made it once. Zenmayo, I attempted to summon it, and then it got warninged, so that was the extra. It was interesting enough. There's nothing I'd really change. I'd like to cut something for an Acid Golem, but every time I think of cutting something, I then need it. So, and I've never really needed the Acid Golem. Anyway, onto the side. This is basically identical from regionals. The Double Veiler. I sided these in whenever I sided the Thunder Kings out against windups. So the first turn, if I didn't draw the Maxi, I could at least try and Veiler the Magician or something to that nature. Then I played the Double Maxi. I drew into this once, I think, and it was dead, and I never used it. So, against windups. I played 2 windups, I drew into it once, and it was dead, so I don't know, I didn't like it. Good card, but I didn't like it today. Wasn't very useful. Double Snowman Eater. I sided them in 3 times, and I never drew them. Double Messenger. I sided these in against the Hieratic player, and I never saw them. Double Soul Taker, I sided these in against the Hieratic player, and I only saw one of them, which I used to take out as Hanzo, because he went Hanzo, set Transformation, and 2 back row, turn 1. And I was just like, look, I can't piss about trying to hide from that Hanzo, Soul Taker, Summon Rabbit. And that managed to get off, but that was the only time I drew that Soul Taker. Double Fissure, never put these in, because I don't like them against Hieratic, strangely enough, because they're still going to go off. So, I don't like them that much against Hieratics. I mean, player preference. The third MST, the Dust Tornado, and in case I ran into Mermail Atlantean or anything like that, I played the Soul Drain. So, yeah. Oh yeah, and that went in against Hieratics. So yeah, otherwise, my matchups were, I played against, what was it called? I played against Heroics game 1, which was a 2-0. He was only playing a bit of a Trollsy deck. He was only playing for fun. So, I don't really class that as, like, a major triumph win. Then, round 2, I ended up playing against, I believe round 2 was windups. Yeah, round 2 was windups, at which point I went Herder, Shocklock. And then game 2 and 3 was just, grinding out, I believe. James, you can feel free to correct me on this, my memory is awful, but I believe it was pretty ground out. Round 3, I ended up going up against the guy playing Hunders, which was a deck that I'd never played against, kind of like Thunder Seahorse, What Cobras, Mahunda, Sislander, and Pahunda. So that was interesting. It was definitely quite frightening because the amount of Xyzes and Synchro plays I managed to pump out. It's definitely not tier 1, but it's it's a good tier 2 contender. I quite feared it. It's just the fact that it really does have an overextend for a lot of his plays. A lot of his plays are maybe -1s, -2s. But it is quite something. It is quite something frightening to play against, knowing that those plays can happen. And it means Honest, so you could lose to Honest. Round 4, I played against Heratics. Game 1, he just went Strike Bouncer, and I had no way around it. Long story short. Game 2, I managed to grind it out because he didn't really draw any playable monsters past the Hanzo. And then game 3 was a tragic loss in the form of I've got Shark, and I'm constantly swinging with Shark, and he has a dead Soul Exchange in hand. I'm swinging with this Shark, and he has 3 back row, they're all dead. Because they're all transformations. Swing with Shark, put him down to 200 after repeatedly swinging. He's got dead Soul Exchange. He draws Soul Exchanges my Shark, summons Wattail Dragon off, tributing my Shark. And then next turn I draw, and I draw into MST, set it, he attacks, take the attack. Draw Heavy Storm, set, he attacks, I take it, and then I draw Factory, and I can't take any more attacks. And I'm just like, wow, did I really go 3 turns without drawing a monster, just complete dead draws? And that was how I lost game 3. So, and I got paired down that round, so I was really afraid it'd destroy my tiebreakers. And then finally I ended up getting paired against the only person on EXO who was also playing wind-ups, and I managed to beat him because Thunder King is a boss, sadly. It was literally, I think I won game 1 by making some OTK push. He won game 2 by swinging with Thunder King, swinging with Thunder King, swinging with Thunder King, and then I won game 3 exactly the same way he won game 2. So, deck is crazy. He still ended up coming first because he still had better tiebreakers, but I took second in the end, going 4-1, taking second place with this deck. So, ultimately, I know this deck is a deck that you really don't play. You play if you don't have any morals in this game, but to be honest, I'm tired of trying to play fun decks and then just getting OTK'd by the amount of, like, Chaos Dragons and things like that in my locals, so I'm just tired of it. So you're probably going to see a lot more tier 1 stuff. I'll probably play Gear Gears, and I might play something like geared and anti-meta towards my locals type meta. So if I come up with something like that, I might play it. But you're going to be seeing a lot of wind-ups, so you may as well skip out on these type of videos. But it's also because I don't have much time to be creative because I have all my uni work to work on. So I'm afraid you're not going to be seeing much of that. But either way, I will see you tomorrow hopefully tomorrow, with some more X-Sabers, because I'm going to be playing X-Sabers for fun, fun locals that I attend. And otherwise, yeah, I don't think I have anything else to tell. So yeah, stay tuned for some more creative things, hopefully. This is Jamie the Kid 00, and I'll see you soon with some more content. Peace out, guys. Bye.